So, encountering the ever-evolving homunculus worm that is social justice, and how it's rapidly expanded way beyond women are the oppressed to just white people are evil, and how there's been a tremendous and absolutely fucking terrifying amount of success in the endeavor to redefine the word racism to just mean white people. As in, all white people are racist, and anybody who isn't white literally, physically, virtually cannot ever, ever, ever be racist under any circumstances. It's not fucking possible. It was very natural as an initial reaction to just think that these people are racists. Every last fucking one of them. Such a tremendous, just, I lack the adjectives and the adverbs to describe how phenomenally insane the leaps in logic they take to attack white people for no logical reason whatsoever. The only way that I could attempt to comprehend this phenomenon of just fuck white people, you're privileged, you don't understand shit, you don't know shit, you can't even see this privilege that you have. Oh, it doesn't even matter if you're poor. It doesn't even matter if you're disenfranchised. It doesn't even matter if you're a felon. You can't get a job. It doesn't even matter if you're homeless. Or institutionalized. Or fucking deformed. Or handicapped. It doesn't even matter what sort of disadvantage you might have. You are a part of a system. And whenever you hear the word system come out of a social justice warrior's mouth, you should see this floating beside their head, because they're talking bullshit. There's a system that you benefit from, bunny ears, quote unquote, italicized, underlined, trademark, benefit from, that you cannot avoid this benefit from this system, and therefore you have, let's do all four now, privilege. None of these words are defined at all, on purpose. The reason why is because these words need to be unfalsifiable, which means they can't be tested, they can't be quantified. And again, as I said before, they can't be defined. Why? So they can't be falsified, debunked. As in, they've deliberately structured their language so that there is no fucking way, under any fucking circumstances, that you could tell this person, hey, you're talking bullshit. You're talking fucking bullshit. Unmitigated, unadulterated, undiluted, unrefined, raw, fuck, bullshit. It's like they see this skin color, and they see some rich Wall Street fat cat who owns like some sort of Fortune 500 company that makes all its millions by dumping poison into the fucking well water of Native Americans or some shit. Or making some Illuminati-esque Machiavellian plans to crush the poor, but specifically the black poor. Because even the white people who don't even make enough to put food on the table, they're still white. So they benefit from the system of the fucking Illuminati of white privilege, which is just another version of the patriarchy, which is just another unfalsifiable fucking boogeyman. Do you know why white privilege exists as a term? And surprisingly, it doesn't have anything to do with racism. It probably does under a significant fraction of the occurrences of this dynamic, this conversation, that if an intense amount of people who talk about white privilege and PC culture and social justice are in fact huge fucking racists. But I am rapidly becoming of the mind that that isn't all of them, and it might not even be half of them. We're dealing with an indoctrinated cult. We're dealing with something that's more akin to Scientology or Christianity than we are dealing with something like the Ku Klux Klan. These people are raised to think this way. They go to schools where authority figures, their therapists, their teachers, their mentors, the people who run their fucking daycares, tell them this from a young age. That is pretty much why most of the time when you see a social justice warrior, regardless of their race, they are middle class or rich. Very frequently rich. And unlike what a social justice warrior would have you believe, it is quite possible for black people to be rich in this country. They exist in much higher numbers than anybody wants to admit. They are rich. They are spoiled. They are coddled. They come from two-parent households with incomes well in excess of $100,000, if not more like $200,000, if not, again, way the fuck more than that. They've usually wanted for nothing, never been hungry a day in their lives. And they're raised to see that if somebody is a victim, if somebody is downtrodden, if somebody is poor, disenfranchised, if somebody has been cheated or had something taken away from them, they are taught to glorify, downright worship this victim. And victimhood comes with a tremendous amount of attention and power. You will become part of a power group. You get your own safe space and your own elected leaders. You have a tremendous, just unbelievable and very counterintuitive amount of power when you're a victim in this culture. And if you're told that you have power, or another P word, privilege, that might as well be putting fucking devil horns on your head and a fucking spaded tail and on your back and a pitchfork in your hand. Power is Satan. But paradoxically, victimhood is power. So these people are taught to glorify and crave being oppressed. So this is how you're seeing young, spoiled cunts reaching desperately across all sanity into the realm of ludicrousy, searching for a way to be a victim. Because it lets them push people around. How dare you do this? How dare you have dreadlocks? How dare you listen to rap music? How dare you wear snap-brim hats? Those are mine. Those are fucking mine. And then we have spoiled rich cunts with TV shows like Franchesca Ramsey coming on and telling us that white people are scum, basically, doing everything she can to portray all white people as either deliberately and maliciously racist or at the very least pathetically ignorant of their inherent unescapable fucking racism. And then seems completely fucking baffled when everybody goes, bitch, you're racist. You completely, ridiculously generalize all white people, assure that all white people, regardless of the only fucking thing in Western culture that means shit about privilege, which this bitch has a fuckload of, which is called money, has nothing to do with white privilege. That white privilege has everything to do with this arbitrary fucking melanin level that I was born with and can do nothing about. She is a categorical fucking racist, calling everyone who doesn't have black or yellow or red or brown or whatever skin racist. Why? Because they're white. And I'm beginning to wonder, looking at Franchesca Ramsey, does she actually hate white people? And I'm starting to know, of course, any white friend she has, and I bet you money because she has money, she has a ton of white friends, but they're all white guilty hipster cunts, that she doesn't think she hates white people. That she is completely without actual, like, anger and malice. That she is, like, Ray Comfort level indoctrinated and completely fucking absent-minded about the whole thing. That she has been trained from childhood to think like this. And to her, the thought that any of what I've just said in this 12-minute long video, for her to find any sense or logic in it, is unthinkable. She could watch this video from start to finish, especially if I edited out the part where I called her a spoiled cunt and a piece of shit racist, and just presented the points without any insults or screaming. She would respond with what I believe one of her stupid little tilt of her lips and roll of her eyes, and go on about her day, thinking that I am so clueless that a rebuttal is beneath her and a waste of her time. That fucking indoctrinated. After all, there's a car crash that just went by, and she knows that she has to stop. She has to go and tell everybody about white privilege, because she knows she's the only one who can help. This message has been brought to you by L. Ron Hubbard. Thanks for watching, people. Fucking Christ.